Same product, same app, same time. Two shoppers, two different prices. Neither of them did anything wrong. Most of the time, neither of them will ever know. Each one sees a number, assumes it is the number, and pays. But there may not be a single number anymore. Not always, not everywhere. In more parts of the digital marketplace, the price in front of you may have been shaped, in part, by what a system already believes about you. You have probably felt the edge of this. The trip that cost more the second time you checked. The item a friend swears was cheaper on their screen. The discount that appeared at the exact moment you started to walk away. You called it timing, or luck, or a glitch. It may not have been a glitch, it may have been a decision, and the decision may have been about you. For most of your life, a price was a public fact. It sat on a shelf. It hung in a window. Everyone who walked in saw the same number, and that number described one thing: the product. That is the quiet assumption underneath modern shopping. The price is about the thing, not about the person holding it. That assumption is starting to bend, because a price can now be shaped by more than the product, by where you are, by the device in your hand, by what you searched an hour ago, by what you almost bought and left sitting in the cart, by whether you tend to pay full price or wait for the drop. None of that is the product. All of it is you. The price is quietly starting to describe the shopper, not the shelf. And here is the part that changes everything. Ordinary discounting responds to the market. A sale, a season, too much stock on a slow Tuesday. It looks outward, this looks inward. At you. It is not trying to answer what the item is worth. It is trying to answer a sharper question. How much are you, in particular, willing to give up to have it? This is not a discount system, it is a prediction system, and the thing it is built to predict is your limit. To see how strange that is, go back to the world before the price tag. Walk into a shop 2 centuries ago, and the shelf held no number. You asked, and the merchant looked at you, your coat, your accent, the way your eyes stayed on the thing you wanted. Then he named a price. Yours. The next person through the door might pay less, or more. The price was never fixed to the object, it was fixed to the customer. Then that changed. In the age of the great department stores, the fixed price became the norm, and John Wanamaker is widely credited with helping make fixed prices standard in modern retail. One printed number, on the tag, the same for everyone who reached for it. It was more than convenience. It was a kind of promise. Same item, same price. No matter who you are, no matter what you earn, no matter how badly you want it. The tag made the price public. And a public price is something you can trust. You can compare it. You can point at it. You can see at a glance that you are being treated like everyone else. For more than a century, that promise held. Now the mechanism behind the price has changed. The tag is no longer paper. It is software, and software can do the one thing a paper tag never could. It can show a different number to each person looking. The old merchant who read you across the counter did not vanish. He was rebuilt in code, faster, quieter, carrying far more about you than any shopkeeper could have guessed. He does not see your code anymore. He sees your history. And this is not something that might arrive one day. It is being tested, expanded, and refined right now. Carefully, unevenly, mostly out of sight. Start with travel, where prices have always moved. Fares that climb as you hesitate. Hotel results that change depending on the customer profile. We learned to expect it there. We made our peace. Then it spread to online shopping. A store that can watch how you move through it can also adjust what it shows you. A nudge here, a just for you price there. Then it reached further. Grocery delivery, everyday apps. The quiet offer that surfaces when your loyalty seems to be slipping and disappears when you seem locked in. Piece by piece, a technique built for the rare, expensive purchase is moving toward the ordinary one, toward the weekly shop, toward the small, constant transactions of a normal life. You can see the tension most clearly at the moment it broke into the open. In 2025, Delta Airlines confirmed it was testing artificial intelligence to help set some of its fares. Executives had talked openly about pricing to what a customer is willing to pay. The reaction was immediate. Lawmakers demanded answers. Critics called it a system built to find your breaking point. Delta pushed back, and hard. It said its fares are filed publicly, that everyone sees the same prices, that it does not use your personal data to build an individual number just for you. And both things can be true at once. A system can be growing more powerful, and its exact use can stay unclear. That gap between what these systems can do and what any of us can actually see is the real problem. Because the danger is not that every price is now personal. The danger is that you may have no way of knowing when one is. Step back, and the pattern is larger than any single company. Prices have always moved. That is not new, and it is not the threat. The threat is that fairness becomes impossible to see. When the number lived on a tag, you could check it against the person beside you. You could tell if you were paying the going rate or being quietly singled out. A personalized price removes that. Your number is built for you, shown to you, gone the instant you look away. There is no shelf to point at, no neighbor to compare with, no way to prove your number was ever different from anyone else's. The public price, the thing that told you that you were not alone in it, simply dissolves. And you cannot argue with a number no one else can see. This is why the people whose job is to notice have started to. In early 2025, the American trade regulator reported that the intermediaries who build pricing tools can draw on personal and behavioral data, your location, your browsing, your shopping history, all of it usable to target the prices and offers you see. It did not call this illegal. It said, in effect, this is real, and we need to understand it. Some lawmakers have gone further, pushing for rules that would force a company to simply admit when a price was set by an algorithm. In Europe, privacy rules make this kind of personalization harder to deploy without scrutiny. None of that has settled the question. But it tells you the question is no longer imaginary. So the next time a price feels a little too personal, it may be worth asking a different one. Not just, is this a good deal? But, what does this number already know about me? The old price tag was a kind of honesty. It said the same thing to everyone. It described the product, and it stopped there. The new one may be doing something the old merchant only dreamed of, reading the person before it names the price. For 150 years, the tag made one quiet promise, the same number for anyone who reached for it. That promise is now being tested. One shopper, one screen, one number at a time. The old price tag told you what the product cost. The new one may be measuring what you can bear.